Hi my loves, so today I am here to do an unhaul video. I have a whole bag of books here and I will explain to you why I'm getting rid of them. It's not that I didn't like any of these books and it's not that I am hating on these books, it's just that I really need the room. Like I have no more room on my bookshelf, so I need to do unhauls or else I can't buy more books. Which I'm pretty sure my bank account would like thank me for, but I need the new books, man. I just need them.
I am so scared of falling down. I just won't climb in the first place.
The first book I have here is The Beautiful by Renee Adier. I read this for the readathon. I'll leave a card link, whatever you call it, up in the top because I done a vlog for it. This was a 3-star read. It was middle of the road. I have no intentions to pick up the sequel, although my friend Seffi, they really want to read it and I am more than happy to gift this to them and I hope that they love it. Just wasn't it for me, and this could be like a whole new space. Although I did just get this book, so the space is taken up, but hey ho. The next book I have is Heart of Thorns by Bree Barton. Again, I enjoyed this when I read this. I gave this a 4-star, but I am not in a position at the moment where I can start this series off on a 4 stars. I have so many CDs that I need to finish. I also have that video somewhere, maybe in the description down below. I already have loads of series that I need to finish. I also have loads of series that I want to start, and they're just taking precedence over this book. So unfortunately, I am going to get rid of this one, but in the future, if I ever want to re-pick it up, I will. And yeah, sad, but you gotta do what you gotta do, and this just didn't make the cut for me. The next one is Night Owls by Jen Bennett. Enjoyed it when I read it. Don't think I would hold up on reread though, so I'm not gonna reread this. So what's the point having it on my shelves? My shelves are mostly TBR books. Well, to be honest, I think it's mostly split in the middle between TBR books and books that I've read. So the books that I've read and keep on my shelf is ones, well, I want them all to be ones that I would go back and revisit. This isn't one of them. Bye. Next is Stranger in the House by Shari Lapina and Under My Skin by James Dawson. I am grouping these together because these are both the same kind of vibe. I read a certain amount of each, can't remember exactly, and it just didn't do it for me. And it's a shame because I have read books from Juno Dawson and books from Shari Lapina and loved all of the books that I have read from them apart from these two. That's why these are grouped together, because everything I've read from these authors I've loved, and I just don't know if it's like this certain kind of style of book or not, but I just didn't fare well with these, unfortunately. But I will still continue to pick up these authors' work. I pick up everything Shari Lapina takes out, and James Dawson or Juno Dawson is one. Clean is one of my favorite books of all time, so I will always pick up their work because I I loved I've loved both of them. So it's sad that I didn't get along with them. The next book I have here is Light as a Feather. I started reading this and had so much problems with it. Decided to continue reading it because I wanted to make an in-depth review about it, but I just kind of clicked that I was reading it mostly so I could write a review. I wasn't enjoying it at all. Like I didn't there's so much problematic things in this and it just really got to me, and the way they speak about mental health and the female friendship in this just wasn't it. So I was forcing myself to read this so I could go in-depth review on it, and it just wasn't worth it to me, so bye bitch. Next I have here is This Lie Will Kill You by Chelsea Pitcher. Read this, enjoyed it when I read it. Won't read it again because it is like a horror thriller book. I know the reveal, I know the twists, I know where it ends. I know where it ends, so I just don't see me revisiting this because I already know everything and it's not going to have the same value as when I first read it. So hopefully I can pass this along and it will scare someone else. I have like a bag next to me that has all these books in it because like The quicker they're away from me, the less time I have to second guess myself. I have Passion, Fallen, and Torment by Lauren Kate. Now, if you don't know, this was like a huge thing. Um, oh, I've seen something there. Oh, it's the cover. This was a huge series back when like Twilight came out and stuff, like that paranormal romance phase. And I found all three of these in a charity shop for £1, which is like insane. And I picked them up because they were £1. They are obviously red and a bit beaten and they've seen better days. Um and they're different sizes. But it was such a bargain that I was like, you know what? I'm gonna get it. Now I'm not gonna read these. Like they're on my shelf. I was interested for a while. I'm not interested anymore. The next one is I Have Lost My Way by Gail Forman. Read this, really enjoyed it. I gave it 5 stars. The reason that I am getting rid of this one is because even though I really enjoyed it and really loved it, I'm not going to reread it. It was a really good read to start off, like for the first time. I don't think it would have the same impact on me if I read it again. I did enjoy it, gave it 5 stars, but I think it's for me personally, it's a one and done kind of thing. It was I read it, I totally enjoyed it, loved it, not gonna reread it. I'm gonna drop it, so next is The Cousins by Karen M. McManus. I feel so bad for getting rid of this because I actually got this gifted to me from my friend Sefi, and I don't like giving away gifted things. I just really don't. But unfortunately, this wasn't for me. So instead of getting rid of this, I am actually going to gift this to my nieces. And that way I can still pass this on and it's still in the family because it was a gift from someone. I don't really want to donate it or get rid of it because it was a gift. But unfortunately, I just didn't like this book. I have a weird relationship with Karen M. McManus. I loved One of Us is Lying. I really enjoyed One of Us is Next. I did not enjoy Two Can Keep a Secret, and I did not enjoy The Cousins. So we're two for two, unfortunately, and I'm just not keeping it. But I will give it to someone in my family so that I can still keep this in my zone because it was from a gift from a friend. The next book I have here is Isla and the Happily Ever After by Stephanie Perkins. So everyone knows this book. I found BookTube and I started reading everything I could get my hands on. This and The Infernal Devices were the two that really, really were everywhere and I just had to read them. Unfortunately, out of the three books, this is my least favourite. I enjoyed Anna and I loved Lola. This just wasn't a favourite for me. And I've kept it on my shelf because I've wanted to keep all three of the books together. But at this point, I'm like, what's the point keeping all three when I didn't really enjoy them all? So out of the three, this is the one that I like the least. So this is the one that's going. Next. Oh. The next two books are Someone Like You by Sarah Dessen and How Hard Can Love Be by Holly Bourne. These are getting grouped together because the reason I'm getting rid of these is because I'm no longer interested. I am no longer interested in this Sarah Dessen book. I bought these all secondhand because they were really hyped when I first started watching BookTube. So I've just lost interest, and I don't even think this is the first one in the series. It's not. It's the second one, and I'm just not going to pick up the first one. I just don't have any interest anymore. I have got like over here, you can't see them, but I have got Sarah Dessen's others books, but I'm just not interested in these two, so there's no point keeping them. The next one is Not That Kind of Girl by Sabon Vivian. I'm sorry if I say your name wrong or the name wrong, but I'm terrible. I really do try. I really, really do try. Um, so I picked this up because I read the Burn for Burn series by Jenny Han and Sabon Vivian, and I really enjoyed it, so I thought that I would try her work separately. Unfortunately, I think this is just going to be too young for me now. I will probably gift this to my nieces as well. Whatever they want out of this pile, I will give them. I'm always trying to get them to read, but this is just not something that I'm interested in anymore. Then I have Blackwater Lilies by Michelle Bushy, and I have read like 58 pages of this, and it's just not for me. I don't know if it's the French that's throughout this book that disconnects me from the story, because it is quite heavily French. Um, I don't mind other languages obviously being in my books, but I like when they have like kind of like uh the different language, and then they have the explanation of what's going on in English. But this kind of said things in French and then didn't repeat them in English, so there was like whole sentences that I didn't actually know what the sentences meant. So I just don't think I'm going to get along with it, simply because I don't understand some of the language in here. Maybe if I read this on a Kindle, where I could like translate the bits that don't have full translations already in the narrative, then I would get along with it better. But I was 58 pages in, and I just kept getting a little bit confused about some of the language that they used and some of the things that were going on. Although I'm really interested in the plot because it's a murder mystery. Um, and really did like where the plot was going, but I just felt like every time there was a sentence said in French and then not explained in English, I was just being pulled out of the story, and it was hard to get myself back into it. So I would potentially give this another try, but I would probably do it on my Kindle where I can actually translate the French. And I think this is the final book, which is The Princess and the Fangirl. Okay. So I really enjoyed Geekerella. I really did. And I thought I was going to enjoy this too, but it's not what I thought it was. Like The Princess and the Fangirl, this makes you think that it's going to be a female romance. It's not. It's not. Maybe it is by the end, but like I was like I was pretty far into this too. Like I was 172 pages in, and the romance was not what I thought. Like the title made this seem like a female relationship was gonna happen. It doesn't, and that's so annoying to me. Maybe it's my own fault because I didn't read the synopsis, because it's a contemporary, and with contemporaries and thrillers, I don't normally read the whole synopsis. I normally just read like the first couple of lines so I can see if it's something that is going to interest me. And when I seen this title and seen um the first line, um, Imogen Lovelace is an ordinary fangirl on an impossible mission to save her favourite character, Princess Amara, from being killed off the Starfield movie sequel. The problem is, Jessica Stone, the actress who plays Amara, desperately wants to leave the franchise behind. That is literally all I read. So I took the princess, the fangirl, the girl tried to save the character, and then the actress playing the character would like fall in love. But no, I didn't get that, and I believe it's totally my own fault for not looking into this more before I jump into it. I went in with preconceived notions, and it ruined my reading experience for this. So I take full responsibility for that. Unfortunately, I just didn't want. I didn't want to continue with it. Like it kind of threw me for a loop because I kind of backed myself into a corner. So unfortunately, I'm just not going to read this one. So that is it. Let's see. Oh, oh, ah, oh no. Oh no. Oh no, 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 no. So, in conclusion, that is all the books that I'm getting rid of today. Am I leaning my elbow on a stack of books? Yes, I am. Is this video messy? Yes, it is. But I hope that you got the gist of it. I have tried to film this video 3 times now, and every single one of them have failed. So this one is going up regardless how bad it turns out. I hope that you enjoyed this video today, even if it was a bit messy, and I really hope that you found something interesting. I don't know. If there's any of these books that you think would be worth keeping, please comment them down below. If there's any of these books that you are just like really, 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 really passionate about, let me know, because I like to see what people are passionate about, even if it's books that I'm not. I love it. So please subscribe, comment down below which book you would like to keep out of this whole stack, and stay safe, stay happy, stay healthy, and I will see you next time. Hopefully not as messy.
Pack up my summer in a Ziploc bag. Old maps and tchotchkes, photographs said this and that. I'll write myself a letter so that I'll remember